And here we are, ready to go again. So for the last experiment, I'm using 1.0 moles per decimeter cubed of hydrochloric acid. Okay, so this is highly concentrated, so I'm being very, very careful when I handle this. If I get any onto my hands, I'm going to be rinsing them immediately in cold water. Okay, so there's my 1 mole per decimeter cubed solution of hydrochloric acid. And again, picking up a piece of magnesium ribbon, again making sure that it's got the same length and the same mass. Okay, it's a control variable. The only thing that I'm changing here is the concentrations of my acid. Okay, so there we go, I've dropped it in, place the bung firmly in place and start the stop clock. Okay, so I can see just by looking at this, okay, probably very difficult for you to see on the video, but already there's a lot of bubbles forming at the edges of the magnesium ribbon. Okay, you might actually, you probably can just about see it on the video. Okay, but there's lots of bubbles forming around the surface of the piece of magnesium ribbon. So I'll just take the first measurement at 25 seconds. So we've already made 8 centimeters cubed. So those bubbles are hydrogen gas, okay, and the fact that we're seeing lots and lots of bubbles means that there's a very, very vigorous reaction going on. Okay, so in certain reactions you could actually count the bubbles, and that might be able to tell you about the rate of reaction, but measuring the volume produced in the gas syringe like this is a much more accurate way of measuring the rate of reaction. So we just passed 50, and that was at 16 centimeters cubed of hydrogen gas. Yeah, as I was saying, this method here using the gas syringe is much more accurate than trying to count the number of bubbles produced. Here we go, 75 seconds, and I've made 24 centimeters cubed of hydrogen. Okay, so now that we're using a very, very highly concentrated solution of hydrochloric acid, there's lots of hydrochloric acid particles in there, and they're colliding very, very frequently and successfully with the magnesium ribbons in that magnesium particles in that ribbon. Okay, and here's our final measurement at 100 seconds, and that's at 34 centimeters cubed, and I'm going to stop there. Okay, so I'm going to pause the experiment there. Okay, I'm just going to end this reaction. Okay, remove that carefully and reset my gas syringe. Okay, and put this to one side. And I'm just going to show you my table of results. Okay, so here we have it. Okay, in my table of results, I've written down the volumes of hydrogen produced at these time intervals for the different concentrations of hydrochloric acid. Okay. So, for the rest of the lesson, what we're going to be